Alright, welcome back. Okay, so the objective for this particular episode is to max out the Fortune Arcana. So you know what that means. We're going to be hanging out a lot with Naoto. We already finished this Arcana and we just started it. Seriously. Anyway, as usual, since Naoto is a potential love interest, I'm going to be showing off both the friend path and the lover's path. But for right now, let's hang out with Kanji a little bit. What you doing? We're also going to be working a little bit on the Temperance Arcana. Again, we're not going to be finishing that until... We're actually not going to be finishing that Arcana until January.
Yeah.
In fact, we're going to be finishing a lot of Arcanas in January. So... But we should be able to get a few of our party members up to max before in the next couple of updates. So Kashiwagi is calling in Kanji into her office. She's after you, man.
Huh?
And of course, Kanji is just so lovably oblivious to it all. They're just really playing up Kashiwagi as like a Mrs. Robinson type character. Whoa. It's a little creepy, gotta say. Okay, so for once, Kanji doesn't give us something weird. Kanji didn't have a sedative for us this time.
Night.
No, he just had a cornet, which is that thing from Lucky Star. Is that thing from Lucky Star? I know that's like one of the main things that they kept bringing up in that show. Wait. Because I'm looking up a cornet, and it just looks like it's a musical instrument. No, it's that thing from Lucky Star. It's that little spiral, like, chocolate thing. I don't know. So finals are coming up. But as usual, that's not really much of a big deal for us. Still, this fog is bringing with it a lot of really depressing music. Very ominous. There's a deity that makes your back hurt? Why is Mr. Yamada giving us shit? Narukami doesn't look like he knows shit about this. It's a book of maps. You learned something new with our kooky teachers at Yasogami. Yeah, see? With the fog, it's just like... It's just spooky. It just brings this really imposing music on us. Well, while we're waiting for Namatami to be questioned, I guess we'll hang out with Naoto a little bit. Like everybody else, Naoto's trying to ease us into, you know, coping with Nanako's current condition. It's not great.
Yes.
But enough about that, we need to go catch this Phantom Thief. Yeah, so Persona 5 came out. So I missed that opportunity to make it before the 15th, but whatever. I'm definitely going to be able to make it before February comes around. So we're still looking for the for Naoto's stolen items. But the correct answer for this is I feel kind of sad. Because it's about the chase. You gotta love the chase. Hide something unnoticed. Which doesn't make much sense considering that the criminal is hiding things at the shrine, which everybody goes to now that we've especially, helped out the fox. And also, the fog has enveloped the area. That's going to be a common message for the next couple of social links. Hey, we found him. Oh shit, this is kind of dire. Correct answer is to protect Naoto.
Senpai.
The guy has a knife. That's the... Oh, but apparently it's a toy. But this is the first time Narukami has to deal with, a person holding a weapon during a social link. It's pretty dire. It's a knife radio, or a radio knife. It's like that One Piece move. So the mood is right now. Because you protected Naoto from a knife, this is where you can possibly go for the lover's path. And again, I'll show that off toward the end of the episode. But the answer I pick right now is because we're friends. It's because we're friends, Naoto. I don't want you getting stabbed.
I apologize.
So the case is almost solved. But yay, we got closer to Naoto. And that'll be rank 8. And you know what that means. It's an even number social link improvement. So that means Naoto learns a new skill. And it's Heat Riser. Heat Riser is awesome. It is the best, buff move that you can have right now. I decided to get rid of Agidyne because it's just a one-target fire attack. Not much point in Naoto having it. A lot of Naoto's bike rides focus on her getting the rest of the single-target Dyne-level spells. But that's not what I have Naoto on our team for. She's going to be our buffer, and she's going to be using Almighty-type spells. That's what Naoto's here for. Because Naoto's cool.
I'll see you again.
Again, we're getting closer to maxing out Naoto's Arcana. Getting a little closer. See, the music in the house is really happy and sort of somber, but out here, it's just oppressing. I'm sure the fog will pass eventually. We're not going to hang out with Ai just yet. Instead, we're going to hang out with our buddy Yosuke. Yosuke's cool. We're going to be finishing up his social link pretty soon, too.
Huh? All right.
Yeah, the Culture Festival was a little weird, wasn't it? Be confident in yourself. You were a cute girl, Yosuke.
That's cool, I guess.
Yosuke doesn't know how to interpret that. You gotta be proud that you were a pretty girl out there. Take pride in that fact. Oh, man.
Huh? You can have this.
See, mouthwash I can understand. See, that's not weird. And I always appreciate mouthwash.
Night.
It's got a nice minty flavor to it. And it keeps your breath fresh. Nobody wants to deal with somebody who has bad breath. Gotta keep it all nice and minty. So hey, look who is gassed up her scooter. It's Rise! There's never a reason not to go on a scooter ride with Rise, because her addition to the all-out attacks is just... it's great. It ups the damage like a lot. Rise's addition to the all-out attack is a nice little bonus in this in the golden version of Persona 4. Now, I didn't spoil myself on like the story of Persona 5, but I did take a peek at some of the DLC personas. And they look pretty good. They look pretty good. Izanagi looks pretty sick in Persona 5 graphics. And also, the cool thing about that is, he apparently learned a move from Persona 4 Arena. He learned Cross Slash. So, awesome. Izanagi is going to be even better in Persona 5. And also, Orpheus learned Cadenza, which is a tag move that he learned in Persona 3. So that's also a pretty sick move. And I just got a bunch of really cool DLC personas. I'm not going to say any more. You can do more research on that yourself. But they look pretty sick. They look pretty cool. So what do we get from Tanaka? We got the Soma combo. Somas are pretty useful. It's also the name of a really creepy game. Hey look, there's Naoto again. Let's hang out with Naoto some more. This episode's all about Naoto. So if Naoto is your waifu, hot diggity, this episode's for you. And it's also kind of like a bit of a Persona 5 episode, considering we're dealing with Phantom Thieves. Or a Phantom Thief, I should say. Oh man, Persona 5 looks so good. It looks so good.
Oh.
Not to date this episode, but they recently released a trailer for Caroline and Justine. The two attendants of the Velvet Room.
Please accept it.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. You got a good cop, bad cop thing going on there. Like I said, we've never had, in the Persona series, there's never really been anybody in the Velvet Room who's been outright hostile to you. And apparently, that's kind of what this is in Persona 5. In Persona 1, everybody was just kind of... In Persona 1 and 2, it had the same cast. And I believe I already mentioned this, in earlier episodes. But they were just kind of, helpful to you. There was an opera singer, there was a painter, there was a piano player, and Igor was just hanging out there. Persona 3, it was just Igor and Elizabeth, and then Theo in the portable version. And in Persona 4, we have Margaret and Marie in the Golden Edition. I guess the most hostile character that we've had so far in the Velvet Room was Marie, but that's not really hostile, that's more tsundere.
Senpai!
Oh man, Kanji wants to hang out with us. Why does the game do this? Why does it always,
That's so.
like, tease my favorite character in front of me? It's okay, Kanji, we'll finish up your social link soon enough. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Gonna hang out with Kanji some more later. But for now, we're gonna hang out with Naoto.
Senpai.
We gotta finish up her social link. Gotta go all the way to rank 10, baby. Rank 10.
Thank you.
Yeah, this fog does seem pretty depressing. It doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem especially uplifting, I should say. Counting my money at home. I want to swim in my money like Scrooge McDuck. That's the only thing that brings a smile to my face. God, Miss Nakayama is kind of being a buzzkill right now, isn't she? And she's also talking about math. So the answer to this is the Fibonacci sequence. Get used to hearing about the fog. That's going to be a major topic for the next couple of updates. Seriously, this fog is just all kinds of spooky. And it just is so depressing. Like it's a yellow fog. Ugh. Anyway, more important things, gotta hang out with Naoto. They just put a yellow filter on every single scene. So I guess we caught our Phantom Thief. Good job, Naoto.
Yakushiji, Secretary of the Shirogane Estate. I humbly apologize for the other day.
A what?
I must also apologize. Though I may not have known. I involved you in this.
So wait, the thief
It an
was
act put on
working
by
for
my
you?
Grandpa.
Master has been terribly saddened by Naoto-sama's state of affairs.
Professor Shirogane is just trying to get a chuckle out of his granddaughter.
She
He's
devotes
so
every
busy helping out the
fiber of
wonderful
her being
101
to work.
fight the Geth
My
jerk.
master wanted Naoto-sama to regain the joy she felt in days past.
So the thief wasn't a
The
thief?
feelings when all that she
Huh.
wanted was to be a detective, regardless of her heritage or gender.
I'm pretty sure that's JB Blank too.
I involved you at my own discretion, believing you to be trustworthy. Please forgive me.
It's all good.
I received this from Yakushiji-san. It's the final challenge. A place I'd be fond of.
Somewhere high. That's rather contradictory given her dungeon, where you had to keep going lower and lower.
The highest place around here is the hill. Next, what I can't stand to do. There are several possibilities, but
Dress up in a bikini, apparently. But the answer is throwing things away.
that's right. Did I mention that before? Considering what's at the hill, the most likely answer is the trash can.
And it's a good thing they didn't put it
I have an inkling of
inside.
What might be there?
Who knows
Let's
what's
go, senpai.
all inside the trash can? That's why you gotta put it underneath. Which is still kind of gross. Trash cans are not really the most sanitary places, but still, good symbolism, I suppose.
I forgot this thing even existed. It's the last of the 7 tools. The detective's pocketbook.
That sounds cool.
All the things I had forgotten about are packed in here. I think Grandpa wanted to remind me of them.
Aw, that's sweet.
This childish game. He's selfish indeed. Forcing me to recall all this now. I was trying so hard. Not to be underestimated. Not to be condescended to. If I solved this town's murder case, then everyone would accept me. They would acknowledge me as the 5th in the Shirogane lineage of detectives. That's what I told myself. I just wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be needed. That's why I fretted.
But now, So, you are needed. You're like you're one of the coolest members of our team.
But the original reason I wanted to become a detective, it was because mysteries intrigued me, and I could help people by solving them.
Because you're an
That's
ace
all.
detective.
I remember now. Do you recall the time I faced myself in the TV world? It was my task to accept the self who yelled, "I want a reason for me to stay." But my reason to stay was not solely to solve the crime. You, everyone, gave me a reason. You gave me a place to stay. I have to be an adult. I have to be a man. With that way of thinking, I was running for myself. I don't need to look for something to change or something to accomplish. I only need to have faith in myself. I finally think I can accept myself. That I'm a woman. That I haven't yet become the detective I wanted to be. I am a woman. And a detective.
Yeah, you
One
are.
who is
Good on you,
seeking the
Naoto.
truth with you and the others.
Yeah. Rank 9. So now Naoto can endure a mortal blow. One more, and then we'll be up to rank 10.
I'm really glad I came to this town. It's where you and I live. And all the others, too.
Oh well, since we weren't able to hang out with Kanji in his social link, we may as well go hang out with him some more during the night. Because Kanji is awesome.
Yo. Yeah.
I guess once you get past a certain point in the story, characters stop talking about events. Because I guess you have to get to another story-based event. And it gives us another cornet. Why does Kanji have so many cornets?
Night.
Whatever. Why does he keep asking us questions? Like, why do all teachers just focus on Narukami? There are other students here. The answer is Kufu. And hey, guess what? Persona 5 has an Egyptian-themed dungeon as well. That'll be interesting to play. Saw that during one of the trailers. That's gonna be fun. So who are we hanging out with today? Strangely enough, we're not hanging out with Naoto today. Not just yet. We're going to be finishing up her social link in this episode, but we're going to have to hang out with Eri today. But don't you worry, Naoto. Rank 10 is just around the corner. I guess they really wanted you to just finish up Naoto's social link, like, really quickly. Because she's like the last party member that you get. And her social link starts a little bit before Namatame pops up. And then you just got a little bit of time to work on it. But it goes by really quickly. Which I'm fine with. So let's hang out at the daycare. This doesn't seem like a best place for children to hang out, but alright. I brought up that we'd be hanging out with Eri quite a few times during the Let's Play, but we've just been kind of off and on. We're going to be doing a lot more work with the Temperance Arcana in these next few updates. It's just going to be a constant prompt that just keeps popping up. Fog has enveloped the area. I wonder if that's playing a key, like, plot point in this. Just apologize. Oh, man. She doesn't hate you, Yuta. But you're not exactly just helping your case. You just keep acting like a shit. These social links just... they get a little emotional toward, like, the halfway point. I'm curious of how the tone of the social links in Persona 5 is going to play out. I mean, given that it's based on, like, thieves and that red is a lot more imposing than, because, I mean, also, all the Persona games have, like, a, like, distinct color that they're associated with. Like, I'm pretty sure Persona 1 is associated with either purple or with gray. Persona 2 is involved with, pink and red. And Persona 3 is associated with a dark blue. Although Persona 3 and 4 is the more, like, social link heavy, or the social link ones. That's where it started kicking off. Persona 3 was really, like, was really focused on death. So blue was the main color. Persona 4 is a lot more uplifting. It's a lot more levity than Persona 3 did, so it's yellow. But now we have Persona 5, which has a lot of red.
Let's go home.
Which... I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play into the social links in Persona 5. It might just be even more awkward than Persona 4. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. I'm curious how that's going to play out. Hopefully the social links won't be as uncomfortable as some of these. Ooh. Although I guess since we're playing as a character who's on the opposite end of the law, fingers crossed, it might just be even worse. It might be even more uncomfortable. Who knows? Whatever. So we're going to the shrine because we want to hang out with Ares some more. Yeah, I go to the shrine to pull, like, fortunes for Aerie a lot. She's probably going to be the character I go to the shrine for the most. And again, that's mostly because I just do off and on with the Temperance Arcana, or just because some of the other characters have more dialogue options that improve their social link more. With Ares' social link, it's kind of a bit of, you're playing messenger tag. Yeah, so gas masks. Everybody's wearing them now because of the fog. That's not good. Because of original sin. Fuck. Some pretty heavy stuff. I like how Narukami just walks off this. The idea of the possible apocalypse. Ah, well. But as always, Mr. Kondo's perfectly energized. You can't keep Mr. Kondo down. Yay, a Christmas question. Correct answer is mochi. It's a rice cake. So apparently, your definition for cake is anything pounded together. Now, if anybody watched the Two Best Friends play of Nier, where they talk about cakes, there's your answer apparently. A cake could be anything as long as it's pounded together. So, I guess... Really, I guess muffins would be a cake under that definition because it's a bunch of stuff pounded together. I don't know. It just seems goofy. Anyway, enough about cakes. Let's go hang out with Naoto.
Yes.
So now we're doing rank 10. Now since we've done the friend option, we're here instead of our room.
It feels like such a long time ago that we were here chasing after the Phantom Thief. It was an unforgettable case, full of rewards. I enjoyed it. What about you?
It was exciting.
Yes, I thought so too.
Remember that time I had a knife pulled on me? That was fun.
So, I wanted to give you something today.
It's gonna be fun playing from the opposite end of the law in the next game.
This. Please accept it.
Oh, cool, a detective badge.
I haven't crafted anything like
Now
this
the police can't get on my ass anymore.
If I went back to
I'm an
the
honorary
estate,
detective.
I could have added a camera.
Check it out,
and a
Dojima.
server.
I'm the same rank as you.
But it flashes. I made myself one to match.
Awesome.
Now you're my assistant, Senpai.
Hot diggity. I want to be your partner. Yosuke keeps calling me his partner.
That has a nice ring to it. We should open our own detective agency.
Yeah, Ace Detective Agency. Naoto and
The title
Narukami.
of
See, it even works
detective
pretty well
became a
too.
burden to me. I thought I had no other aspects apart from detective self. But you and the others gave me a reason to be as neither adult nor man. So, I was able to face myself as myself.
She said
Before
the
the
words.
detective,
She
before
said
the
face
child,
myself.
before
That's
the
like the
wife.
video game. That's like the whole theme of the
spending
video
time with
game, you
you all,
guys.
I changed day by day. It frightened me before. But now, with everyone, with you, I can proudly proclaim that I am myself. Nothing more, but nothing less.
Yeah. Naoto's awesome. And because Naoto's awesome, she gets a new persona. So Sakuna Hikona becomes... wait for it... Yamato Takeru! And look how cool Yamato Takeru looks. Look how cool he is! It's also the only persona that's the opposite gender of its wielder.
This potential was still dormant within
It also got a lot taller, too.
I wasn't considering the things that I should have. The people who care about me, as well as my own self. When I'm with you, I feel fearless.
Yay, so rank 10 of the Wheel of Fortune Arcana. So that's another max social link. Little by little, we're going to be finishing up these social links. Since we maxed out Naoto's Arcana, we were able to create Norn, which is actually a very important persona for a particular fusion. I'll show that off toward the end of the Let's Play. Norn, the triple godhead of fate. That's so cool. That's the persona we've been using to hang out with Naoto. Invigorate 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. And look how cool Yamato Takeru looks. I like it. It kind of looks like that guy from MDK. The helmet does, at least.
Well then, let us begin. There's a lot you must learn before becoming a detective. I myself can't relent in my training. To become a formidable woman detective. We'll start off with something that may come in handy before too long. Shadowing a suspect.
Hot diggity. That sounds cool. The basics of detective work. Well, off to the shrine again. We're gonna be doing this a few times before we call this, be doing this a few times before we move on to hanging out with Naoto in the romance path. And as usual, we're pulling more fortunes for Eri. You gotta make sure that, I had to make absolutely sure that that I was on top of these social links. Because I do not want to fall behind. I may not do all the side quests in this game, but I do want to get all the social links. So what's Tanaka got for us today? He's selling gas masks. Well, I guess we're not buying anything off of Tanaka today, considering that all he's selling is gas masks, which aren't even equipable items. And he's going to be doing this for the next couple of updates. So don't expect anything cool from Tanaka for a while. Yeah. This fog is even messing up with our shopping network. Oh boy. That's not great. Alright. Let's go ahead and head off to the shrine again. We want to make extra sure that the Temperance Arcana is in check. Still gotta keep working on it. We'll work on that more in the next update. Alright, well, let's go ahead and move on to the romance aspect of the Fortune Arcana, shall we? Okay, so let's go back to the turning point of the Fortune Arcana. It's going to play it the exact same, but whenever we get to the knife part, something different's going to happen.
Huh?
Okay, so now we have Yakushiji again. But this time we know, at least we know, that the knife is a toy. But still we're going to protect Naoto regardless. Even if it's a toy knife, we got to make sure Naoto doesn't get hurt. Because that's what friends are for. You never really see Naoto without her hat on. I mean, you saw her during the beauty pageant, but she rarely takes that thing off. She's like Jotaro. Only you know that her hat isn't like part of her head. You know that her hair isn't like part of her hat or whatever. Jotaro's hat is confusing. So this time around, instead of saying that because Naoto's our friend, we go with there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't have much of a response for that.
Huh?
That took her aback a little bit. What? Huh? She doesn't know how to react. Ah. The ace detective doesn't have any snappy one-liners back to that one. Aww. Rank 8. So we still get Heat Riser, but in a more intimate way. Hmm? Is the heat rising? Is it Naoto? Eh? That's actually a pretty appropriate skill given the circumstances right now. But, strangely enough, this isn't actually a social link where you immediately become intimate. Because Naoto's so freaked out at what you just said. So she's just gonna run away real quick. Bye! Oh no, I gotta go home. So, you just confessed your feelings, but she didn't do anything in response. So let's just go ahead and see what happened in rank 9.
I am Yakushiji, Secretary of the Shirogane Estate. I humbly apologize for the other day.
I must also apologize. Though I may not have known, I involved you in this. It was an act put on by my grandpa.
My master has been terribly saddened by Naoto-sama's state of affairs lately. Lacking acquaintances to confide in, she devotes every fiber of her being to work. My master wanted Naoto-sama to regain the joy she felt in days past. To regain the feelings when all that she wanted was to be a detective, regardless of her heritage or gender.
Naoto's grandpa's a cool guy. That's why he's working with the wonderful
My
101.
own discretion.
I love that.
To be
I love that
trusted.
idea.
Please
I love that continuity where Professor Shirogane from the wonderful 101 is Naoto's granddad.
Yakushiji-san.
Because it makes sense.
Challenge.
He makes a bunch of really cool shit for really cool guys. Why wouldn't he be Naoto's granddad?
A place I'd be fond of.
Although if Naoto's grandpa is the same Shirogane from
You
Wonderful
remember?
101, I'm curious how Naoto hides her accent.
The highest place around here is...
Because the Shirogane from Wonderful 101 has like a kind of a Texan accent.
There are several possibilities.
She works really, really hard to hold it back.
That's right. Did I mention that before? Considering what's at the hill, the most likely answer is the trash can. I have an inkling of what might be there. Let's go, Senpai. I forgot this thing even existed. It's the last of the 7 tools. The detective's pocketbook. All the things I had forgotten about are packed in here. I think Grandpa wanted to remind me of them. This childish game. He's selfish indeed. Forcing me to recall all this now. I was trying so hard. Not to be underestimated. Not to be condescended to. If I solved this town's murder case, then everyone would accept me. They would acknowledge me as the 5th in the Shirogane lineage of detectives. That's what I told myself. I just wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be needed. That's why I fretted and stood on my tiptoes and focused only on solving the case. But the original reason I wanted to become a detective, it was because mysteries intrigued me, and I could help people by solving them. That's all. I remember now. Do you recall the time I faced myself in the TV world? It was my task to accept the self who yelled, "I want a reason for me to stay." But my reason to stay was not solely to solve the crime. You, everyone, gave me a reason. You gave me a place to stay. I have to be an adult. I have to be a man. With that way of thinking, I was running from myself. I don't need to look for something to change or something to accomplish. I only need to have faith in myself. I finally think I can accept myself. That I'm a woman. That I haven't yet become the detective I wanted to be. I am a woman. And a detective. One who is seeking the truth with you and the others.
things are going to play out a little differently. Not too much, just a pinch differently since we've gone ahead and confessed our feelings to Naoto. Mainly toward the tail end of it.
When I'm with you, I become scared.
There it is.
Afraid that the instant I admit the truth, everything will spill out. But I need to say it. My true feelings. I love you. Anyway, that seems to be the truth.
Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way. Even when she's trying to confess her feelings, Naoto's just very formal about it.
I'm so embarrassed. I feel like I could die.
Anyway, let's see how rank 10 plays out this particular way. See, Naoto's got the blushy blushes now that we've gone ahead and gone for the intimate route. Since we've gone for the lover's path, the scenery is going to change. Instead of being at the Samigawa floodplain, we're going to go to Narukami's room.
I see. So this is where you live. I can see furnishings here and there that don't match your tastes. These are temporary lodgings, of course. Judging by the position of your TV, you regularly watch the Midnight Channel from... Oh, sure. There? That's a bit close.
Naoto is a little bit more embarrassed than some of the other female companions in regards to this.
Like this. I wanted to give you something. I made this. Please accept it. See, I haven't crafted anything like this in some time. If I went back to the estate, I could have added a camera and transceiver. Oh, but it flashes. I made myself one to match. Don't laugh, or say it's stupid or childish, okay?
Aww. Naoto's awesome.
The title of detective became a burden to me. I thought I had no other aspects apart from detective self. But you gave me a reason to be, as neither adult nor man. Senpai, being with you, I felt I was glad to be a detective. And... do you find the pitch of...
Pay attention to what choice you pick for this particular prompt. Saying I like it higher plays a bit of a factor in a later event.
I'll try. How's this? It's rather embarrassing. But I never thought I'd get used to sounding like that. People change, I suppose. I think I'll grow to like myself.
It's also kind of cute that Naoto is having a bit of a hard time trying to adjust the tone of her voice. But still, regardless of which path you go for, Yamato Takeru! Super cool. Although Yamato Takeru doesn't have a laser sword. Aw. Oh well. Katana is still cool. Funny thing, Sukuna Hikono was actually an antagonist in the Raido Kusanoha, who was also a detective.
Considering the things that I should have.
Go figure.
The people who care about me, as well as my own self. The detective, the child, the woman, the me who existed before them. I am simply myself. I'm glad to have met you.
So yay, we still maxed out the Fortune Arcana. Again, saying to Naoto that you prefer the pitch of her voice to be a little higher, that's going to play a bit of a key factor in another event with Naoto later on. Just keep that in mind. It also has the potential to unlock a costume. So yay, Invigorate 3. It's a very useful move for Naoto, considering a lot of her moves are very dependent on SP.
You're quite close. I'm not sure how to put it. The puzzle of my emotions has been solved already. But I love you.
Well, so that does it for the Fortune Arcana. And on the next update, we'll hang out with some more people and do some more social links. And maybe we might find out more about this fog. Or not. Who knows? Until then, thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next update.